Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Khalil back for another video. Today I'll be reacting to Why Some Birds Will Never See Heaven by Geographic. If you're new to the channel, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Consistently dropping new reaction videos, so comment below what you would like to see me react to next. This was actually suggested in the comments of my previous video. Shout out to y'all for suggesting things that I should react to, and keep doing it and I'll react to whatever y'all tell me, for the most part. But without further ado, let's get into the video.
This video was sponsored by World of Tanks.
Hella. Oh, he's about to get snatched out the tree. Oh! Damn.
Birds, for the most part, spend their entire
Did he even
life.
grab him? Hold on. Oh, he snatched his ass. Yeah, he's gone. Easy body.
Birds, for the most part, spend their entire lives the same way they started, with zero regard or concept of morality and no deference toward the idea of a higher
He look evil as hell.
Basically, they're bastards with wings.
Whoa.
Animals don't typically operate on morality because nature really doesn't care how good of a person you are. Good karma won't keep your kids from starvation, and it won't stop life from slapping.
What the hell? Why you slap you? He
so
slapped your bitch
it
ass.
really wouldn't be fair to judge animals based on morality. But if we could, birds would never see the light of heaven. I don't know why, but nature insisted on making sure birds survive only by inflicting pain and suffering on others, often in some of the most brutal ways.
Is that a scuba
possible.
foot?
Because I have nothing better to do and this is my life now, here are some birds that will score a negative on the rice purity test. First, we got this paralysis demon with wings, the giant petrel.
Evil ass.
Basically, take everything bad about seagulls, teach it the table manners of vultures, put it on steroids, and you get a penguin's worst.
Is it covered in blood?
More on that
Back
later.
in blood?
The
Damn.
giant petrel earned the nickname
he's sticking his whole face in there.
They'll feed on any decaying, rotting carcass, no matter how putrid the festering meat is.
Ugh.
And just like vultures, petrels prefer to violate a course by starting from the softest points of the body, and normally, that means the anus. So when you see this overgrown graveyard pigeon in red face, it means it just got done tossing some dead elephant seal salad.
So it just stuck his whole head up the ass.
It's only make this next fact even worse. Because if you get too close to a nesting petrel, or worse, its chick, it'll projectile vomit whatever disrespect was marinating down in its trash chute of a stomach.
Ugh.
Not only is it disgusting, the puke is so acidic it can actually eat away at the waterproof coating of feathers. But that's not why giant petrels are in this video. Now it's because of the flying bullies of the southern seas with an obsession with penguin chicks. The southern giant petrel will survey a penguin colony and single out any chicks it can find, and then they'll proceed to snatch the chick in front of the parents, who honestly don't make much of an effort in the first place. Then these flying predators will proceed to tear the defenseless chick apart and eat it alive, often while the parents can only watch.
Y'all bigger than him.
Sometimes
What?
they won't even
Bruh,
attack.
if y'all don't help this little dude.
What you need to do is sit and wait for one of the chicks to panic and make a break for it, a decision that guarantees his life won't get renewed for the next season.
Everybody's sitting around watching.
Mafia from Happy Feet, the giant petrel can have a wingspan of up to 7 feet.
Damn.
This flying abortion can be a shack long. But they don't just go after penguins, and yes, I am censoring this for a reason. Giant petrels will also go after seabirds like the albatross and gannet, and their favorite method of soul eviction is by holding the bird underwater until it drowns.
Damn.
It's like a reverse baptism. They're aggressive, nasty, and they operate on a morality deficit, which makes them great at bullying penguins, but even better at World of Tanks. World of Tanks is a free-to-play game available on PC with over 100 the morality broken, and it breaks.
Go back. Yeah,
EBR's like if orcals were available as high-capacity assault vehicles. They're f***ing broken, and it breaks my soul. Pick your tank, rally your teammates, and
I thought that was
download World of to a premium. Thanks for 10 playing until 3 Antichrist commits. Get a lot of sleep anyway, especially when I'm carrying the knowledge of the war crimes this flying Antichrist commits. Because going back to penguins, giant petrels will gang up on and bully the sick and injured to the point of exhaustion, and once the tuxedo duck can no longer defend itself, these homicidal sea chickens will tear it to pieces.
Damn.
Because a penguin's vital organs are protected by a layer of fat, the poor bird can be laying in sheer agony for over an hour, as merciless petrels tear chunks of its flesh out. And again, I'm sitting like this for a reason: it gets ugly.
Damn.
The only relief is when the penguin eventually retires from life due to loss of blood. These ice vultures will also follow fur seals on the hunt for penguins just so they can have a chance at the leftovers. And again, it really doesn't matter if it's dead or alive. Basically, giant petrels are what would happen if nature messed around and gave hyenas wings. And reminder, their wingspan can be 7 freaking feet long. But these flying coffins aren't the only birds with a slightly unethical meal prep. This Hall of Fame intimidator is the imposing golden eagle. Not only is it one of the largest birds of prey, they have a pair of lethal weapons for feet in the form of
those go hard
snare trap talons designed to grab and not let go. That and the fact that this eagle is known for griefing animals heavier than they are.
If I was gonna be a bird, I want to be this one right here.
High hit list of possible prey. As tough as they are, they do have a weakness. Like all birds, golden eagles have hollow bones, and a fracture to one of those bones, especially in the wings, is basically a death sentence.
I ain't gonna give you the chance.
Which is why attacking an animal that can fight back, like, say, a goat, could be bad for their health. Speaking of goats, that unnatural climbing ability helps them scale to heights where most predators aren't an issue. This isn't photoshopped. they're really like that. But of course, this murder Tweety isn't most predators. Apparently, nature gave golden eagles an understanding of physics because they'll attempt to latch onto the goat and manhandle it off a cliff to its death. And goats aren't pushovers. They can still critically injure the eagle on the way down, but golden eagles are strong enough to carry the goat and airdrop it straight to the afterlife. It's not just murder.
Damn.
It's premeditated. As brutal as it is, it's way more efficient than chasing and wrestling a goat into submission when you could just let the goat get clapped by gravity. Chasing a goat ain't easy. Just ask this guy. Also, deer and goats aren't the only victims here. Golden eagles will also carry a tortoise and airdrop it from hundreds of feet until the shell shatters.
See, they smart.
If the tortoise survives the first time, it's no big deal.
Do it again.
The eagle will just pick it up and try again, because it's not like the shell jockey's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Not only is it a bad time for a tortoise, it also might have ended a person. Because famous Greek playwright Aeschylus was allegedly turned into a Sunday prayer after a golden eagle airmailed a tortoise addressed right to the back of his head.
Nigga.
Even if he wasn't the target,
terrible.
it's still manslaughter. And another body on this felony Tweety's rap
poor
sheet.
fox.
And you can go ahead and add a welfare fraud charge because this bird might legitimately be one of the worst mothers out there. It all starts when a mother common cuckoo gets ready to lay her egg in a nest. Typical bird behavior. Except that's not her nest. The mother cuckoo will lay her egg in the nest of another bird like a reed warbler and then
have it get raised by the other bird?
Originals. Which means the clueless warbler ends up incubating a future criminal. Because in what I can only describe as malicious design, the cuckoo egg will hatch days before the rest of the clutch does. Because even though the cuckoo chick is blind, featherless, and only a day old, it's somehow strong enough to lift an egg almost as big as itself and yeet it out of the nest and turn it into a Denny's breakfast special on the ground. And there's a good chance he does it right in front of the foster mother. But why would the warbler take care of a chick that not only isn't her blood, but actively destroyed her own? But that's easy. Gang violence. According to researchers, host parents that refused to feed the cuckoo chick ended up getting their home nest completely vandalized by the cuckoo mafia. And yes, I'm being 100% serious.
That's hard.
And if the warbler recognizes the imposter egg and removes it before it can hatch, there's a good chance the mother cuckoo will stop by and butcher the entire nursery.
Damn.
I still can't get over this picture. So now the poor warbler is forced to take care of a chick that not only isn't hers, but was probably the one that Ted Bundy'd her actual children.
That's
not
fucked
to mention
up.
the cuckoo chicken grows several times larger than the host parent, meaning the mother bird literally breaks her back trying to feed it. It's honestly one of the biggest dick moves in nature. And get this, know the first 4 letters of a cuckoo's name? Yeah, that's where that term comes from. One of the most shameful genres out there was spawned by the sheer dickery of this bird. All this while the mother cuckoo sleeps at night knowing she trapped an innocent soul with a baby. It's like if Brittany Renner could fly. But what if Buffalo Bill had wings? Well, you probably get this demon right here. So at this point, there's 2 types of people. There's those that don't know what this is, and those that are wondering when this serial killer was going to make an appearance. For the former, this is a shrike. It's a type of passerine bird, making it related to blue jays and sparrows. It's also known as the butcher bird. And that is because this tiny bird has a disturbing habit of catching and murking its prey and impaling the corpse on thorns to store in its
Oh, it's him!
The shrike can keep the several bodies of its victims in storage for days before they actually eat them. They'll even purposely wait a few.
Okay, I've heard of this bird. I just didn't know what it was called because they referenced it on Hunter x Hunter when they had the Chimera Ant arc. They had like somebody who was putting like whole fucking horses like that on a fucking pike like that. That shit's crazy as hell.
Few days after skewering the toxic lubber grasshopper, so it'll naturally degrade and become safer to eat. There's also the fact that the shrike will typically turn its prey into past tense by grabbing the neck and violently shaking until the neck snaps. Don't let this cover fool you. The pages of this demon ghost story are riddled with psychopath tendencies and homicide in the very first degree. But at least shrikes normally kill their prey before they impale it. Some birds choose to just swallow and let the rest work itself out.
Look how big his mouth
Pelicans are garbage disposals with flying miles. A pelican's diet consists of the usual fish, no surprise there. But its grocery list also includes amphibians, turtles, crustaceans, small mammals, not so small mammals, and other birds. Basically, if they think it can fit down its gullet, it's food. And you'll never guess what animal's behind me.
A bear!
Yeah. When it comes to pelicans, there's
you
two
crazy as
schools of
hell.
thought. There's the people that think pelicans are just goofy, big-billed sea ducks. And then there's those that have seen the video of a pelican swallowing a pigeon whole with the bird visibly struggling as it was getting forced down its bottomless pit of a throat.
Damn!
When they're on their normal food source or stressed, pelicans will resort to friendly firing other birds like pigeons, seagulls, penguins, and ducks.
Penguins?
And since pelicans don't have teeth, we can assume this pigeon's last moments were spent suffocating as it was being digested alive by corrosive stomach acid. Not a good way to go. I don't even like pigeons.
What the fuck?
But it's not just other birds. Google pelican with some.
You try to swallow me,
animal,
I'm pecking the shit out your throat on the way down.
Or considering attempting to eat something that they honestly have no business even making the effort to swallow. A pelican swallowing a capybara defies all logic and common sense, but it won't stop this walking trash can from trying.
They like, stop it, man.
A cat could probably open up a pelican like a Christmas present, but pelicans seem to think they exist in a vacuum with no consequences. When you do something like this, It shouldn't be a surprise when one attempts to Cardi be a human.
I'm smacking the shit out
gag,
this
chunk,
pelican.
gangly thing back of the throat. I know that was a weird reference. If gluttony is a sin, then
Nah.
this feathery Lucifer has earned a D1 scholarship to the pits of hell. And judging from the eyes, they've already been there. And if you think I'm being unfair, when I was 7, a pelican nearly gouged my eyes out and blinded me. So yeah, them.
Yeah,
Pelicans
for
barely
real.
value
What the
their own
fuck?
lives, so of course they could care less about their children. Oftentimes, a stronger pelican chick will bully and beat the weaker sibling, the past tense, usually while the parent watches in sadistic approval. And
What the
sometimes the
hell?
parents will straight up refuse to feed the weaker chick, instead letting it
They
retire.
look
to
funny as
starvation.
hell.
Now, to be fair, a lot of birds do the exact same thing, but I've already made it clear I have a bias. While the Cape Gannet goes out hunting for fish, this murderous feather dumpster goes hunting for chicks. Pelicans will raid these nurseries while the parents are out to sea and devour the helpless gannet chicks in what has to be one of the most terrifying ways to die.
Nigga, they're just standing
this
there.
being the last thing you ever see. And just to add to it, because why stop now, some species will resort to cannibalism by gorging themselves with the children of their own species, because when it comes to their diet, if a pelican can, a pella will. You just can't trust a bird that's literally related to a Jurassic reject. And yes, this dinosaur isn't a stork, it's part of the pelican family. Hey, you remember how I made you feel bad for penguins because of the acts of terrorism this freeze-dried vulture commits? Yeah, that was on purpose. Penguins are far from innocent. In fact, they're as nasty as it gets. This little guy is an Adelie penguin, and they're honestly just formal frat boys. Just look how he's dressed. Your suit doesn't hide your sins. Adelie males will mate with literally anything. Adelie males
What
have
the
been
fuck?
seen inviting themselves onto injured females,
Ah,
other males,
hell no.
unsupervised chicks, and once again, I'm blocking this out for your mental health. Just 'cause
Hell
I
no,
have to
that
see
poor
it
little
doesn't mean
chick.
you should. Honestly, if you have a pulse,
Pedophile
yours
ass
tight.
penguin.
That wasn't even true, because once a scientist witnessed male Adelies without a partner attempt to mate with the ground. To completion, by the way. In
Hell
one case,
no.
a dead penguin had been frozen over in a position that I can only assume was a little too similar to the mating posture. That was all the males needed to give the ice-chilled corpse the treatment. One scientist decided
Damn.
to take it even further by placing only the frozen, disembodied head of a penguin on a rock just to see how low the males could go. Apparently low enough to forever traumatize the scientist and guarantee that his therapist never has to touch store-brand. Once again,
Pedophile ass
completion.
penguin.
penguins aren't the only things to resort to acts of the necro, but penguins insist on being really fucking weird about it. Adelies will sleep with anything with a heartbeat, and even that's not a deal breaker. Like, this would legitimately be considered a sext to an Adelie. Even
Oh,
the emperor
nah.
penguin isn't all that royal. Emperor penguins have to raise children in one of the worst area codes in the world. It's so bad that if an egg rolls onto the ground unprotected for less than a minute, the chick inside is already gone. Which means
Damn.
by the end of the brutal 4-month winter, there's a lot of penguin parents with an empty nest. But not only will some attempt to fill the void by kidnapping someone else's chick, it only takes a few days or even hours for the foster parent to get bored and leave the forcefully adopted chick to die.
What the
Either
fuck?
by starvation or worse, by getting violated by the flying booty warrior that is the giant petrel. You see how it all comes full circle?
Yeah, this
Because
is bullshit.
penguins invest so much energy into one baby, losing one can drive mothers to satisfy their maternal instincts by kidnapping. But of course, this also means that once the instinct wears off like post-acorn clarity, the
They
mother
gonna throw 'em
basically
out.
murders the chick through sheer negligence. And there's only one good thing
Wow.
about this. Next time you see a leopard seal ordering Popeyes, you won't feel as bad. And just like this penguin, this
Damn,
video
his
is
eye
not
popping out
over.
his head.
I write, record, and edit these videos all by myself. I'm not complaining, I basically chose this. But if you'd like to support this channel for
The
some
little
reason,
penguin
my
look happy as
Patreon's
hell.
going to be in the description. Becoming a patron earns you access to TikTok and YouTube videos before I post them, and even exclusive content
Shit, I
that you
feel like
won't
it's
find
damn near
anywhere else.
pretty much the end of
But
the
once
video.
again, please don't feel pressure to give any money, only if you can afford it. Please feel pressure
If
to
I could
subscribe.
afford it, I
costs
would.
you nothing to hit
Nigga
that
broke.
button, but not subbing might cost you your kidneys on the black market. Also
I
follow me on
sub, though,
Instagram
my
so
boy.
I can get verified and start DMing women for validation. There's videos and pictures and stuff, but honestly, I just want that blue check. Like, that is my entire motivation for all of this. It's not about
Hey, I
raising
hope you
awareness
get
or
it, too.
making you laugh. It's about validation from strangers online. That is my one-armed man. All right, peace out.
Oh, hold up. Oh, that's when he fought. Damn. Fuck. Oh, shit. Hey, but if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment what I should react to next, like I said before, and subscribe if you feel like it. But hey, until next time, peace, y'all.